I hate this damn thing sometimes. I'm live. I don't know why it's telling me it's... let's see here. Organization, cards, basic info. You gotta love this sometimes. Why is it showing me the same damn one? Live control room. That's what I want. You know, I'm online. We're gonna see exactly what it looks like. I just hate it to where... See here. I'm already live. Oh, shit. No. Alright, I am live. I just can't see. Open live new window. That's what I wanted. And that pop out didn't do jack shit. Let's see here. One more thing. And here we go. Hey everybody, Lance Bell here. It is live. It's Dinner and Politics for the weekend of November 26th, 2016. Now tonight's dinner, as we get started, is shake and bake chicken Alfredo with rice and vermicelli and French cut green beans. Now as we get started here, I don't know how long I'm going to be on tonight. Now, that's neither here or there. It's just one of those ones to where I just wanted to get online tonight because I know a lot of people being a holiday weekend is not going to be on at all. And I apologize. I keep looking at my monitor here. It is saying that I'm live. I'm pretty sure that I'm live. But we're going to go from there. Now, there's some things I got to do first. So bear with me. So, saying that I'm live, it says stop screaming. I'm streaming from a different window. It says all locations, I'm going to do a 1080 stream. So the stream is good, so we'll go from there. We'll start eating. Now there's some things I want to talk about tonight. Now the first thing, is that flippin' recall that's going on right now, And I know that, why am I showing offline? Streaming now. Now I know that Jill Stein probably means well. Now I was watching a video today, and he had said something, and I wish I could remember. Well, I do remember the YouTuber's name. I just have a hard time pronouncing it. But he brought up something that I actually was thinking about a couple of days ago. And it's one of those situations to where, I thought about it. It's like, no, she didn't do this. There's no way in the world she did this, right? It's just one of those ones to where she didn't go and do this. Now I'm looking for him now, and I don't flip and see him. No, it's Sticks X and Hammer 666. He talked about it in his video today. He said that basically Jill Stein is trolling, gullible Democrats. I mean, I'm paraphrasing. That's basically what he said. That actually crossed my mind. I mean, it's her right to ask for the recount, right? Now, I was looking, and it said that, if I remember correctly, she won, I think, Pennsylvania by, it was Wisconsin by 27,000 votes. And, Pennsylvania by, 70,000 votes. But she's doing Michigan, too. My question is this. Was it going to change? She already conceded. We all know that. Hillary conceded. I mean, that's not going to change a damn thing, you know? And I wish it would, but not for the reasons that you think. Definitely not for the reasons that you think. I just want, you know, I just want visibility and openness in the election process. Now, like I said, I don't think it's worth a hell of beans. I really, really don't. But it's something to ones where, you know, it is what it is, you know. I hate to say that. I just hoping that this just doesn't, and excuse me folks, I had to flip back a couple pages ago. I hope this just don't turn into a big gigantic mess to where it shows that it gets even closer to where we have total anarchy in the streets. That's what I want to avoid, you know. That's the one thing I definitely want to avoid, you know. And that's the one thing, you know, that shouldn't happen. So it's one of those ones to where it's a good thing that's being done for transparency purposes. That's the word I was looking for, folks. I apologize. But I think Jill is trolling, not necessarily like Sticks and Hammer said, to embezzle money. I don't think that's what it is. She's up to something, and I don't know exactly what. And I wish I really knew the answer. I really, really do. But it's one of those ones where it remains to be seen, because Wisconsin is definitely doing the recount. So it'll be interesting to see how much that number's changed. Now the thinking is, if all three states get flipped, and this is when the people from Team Blue has been saying, excuse me, saying that it will automatically go to Clinton. Well, that's well and good, but it's like she's already conceded. So the question becomes, are you open for her to go back on her word? And that creates another problem. You got somebody already, let's assume that happens. Let's automatically assume that happens. Now, let's say, and if it does, now you got somebody who's going to take it that's automatically enterprising opportunist. Bottom line, that's exactly what it is. And that's the last thing you want right now. That'll look really, really bad around the world. It really, really does. And it looks bad on this country that we are even A, even go down that road, and B, allowing something like that to happen. You know, people are being constantly reminded that we're a republic, not a direct democracy. And those are the rules. You know, you can't change the results after the fact. This particular game doesn't work that way. You know it, I know it, we all know it, you know. And that's why it kind of pisses me off, excuse me, I'm looking at my screen there, that this is even going on right now. And it's one of those ones to where, oh man, this makes absolutely no sense at all. Now, speaking of which, Clinton did say she's going to jump on, basically said she's going to jump on this bandwagon. I don't know what she's trying to prove or what, but this is the wrong way of doing it. It really fucking is. And we in that big of a sad state of affairs for that to happen, you know. And it's one of those ones to where, I mean, it shouldn't happen. It really, really, really shouldn't. Sorry about that. I had to pop open the screen, see what's going on. But get to the right screen here so we all know exactly what the hell is going on. And it's one of those ones to where, excuse me, this is going the wrong way. Now, the Electoral College is going to certify their vote, I believe, on the 11th. Or was it the 19th? I can never remember that day. So it'll be interesting to see there, depending how this recount goes, exactly how they're going to vote. And I'm pretty sure they're going to vote for the states. But if you're expecting the Electoral College to go against the wishes of the state because Clinton lost, you are in big time trouble. Not you, let me rephrase that. We are in big time trouble. But moving on, we're going to talk all about Donald Trump. Now look, guys. I said this whole thing with Donald in the election was a work. I really, really, really believe that. Now, looking at these picks he's done had, I'm honestly thinking now that it is an actual legitimate work. You know, check my sound here, do a sound check. I honestly believe this is an actual legitimate work. I honestly think that since he's got all this media pull, and I've been saying that for a long time now, he's going to put anybody he wants in there, at least nominated, more than likely get it rubber stamped by the Republican-controlled House and Senate and walk. Now, wouldn't that be something? He sets everything up for Mike Pence to take over. Wouldn't that be a load of bullshit? Every single one of us would have gotten played for suckers, and he gamed us like nobody else. That would be really, really, really bad. You know? Wow. But it's starting to look more and more like a work. Why in the world would he pick these particular people? You know, if everything I've been seeing is true, why fucking do it? Why? You know, that's the only thing it leads to. Him walking away, resigning, and Mike Pence taking over. Now, I said this to a friend of mine yesterday. That knows my political views. Here's exactly what I said. I said that say what you want about Trump, but I'll still take my chances with him over Mike Pence. And I'm saying that, and I'm a moderate conservative. That's to say something right there. Now, there's a long way to go because they're just nominations right now. So you got to go through the process as far as that. And like I said last week, that everybody's all doom and gloom right now. But there's a bunch of unknowns out there that people are posting on social media as fact. Come on, guys, you know better than that. Unknowns and opinions are not facts. Yes, they can be based on factual information given at the time, but they're not. We don't know at the moment if they are facts. And that's something to be said. You know, there was this great video that I saw on Intelligent Political Disclosure Day. One of the websites that I go on all the time, right? One of the Facebook pages I go on all the time. and it talked about people not fact-checking. And it was a great flash video. A great one. And it's one of those ones to where I need to post it, but it's one of those ones to where you know how it goes. You know, if it's online, then it must be true. That comes back to the dumbing down of the populace at large. And it's not mutually exclusive just to Team Red either. So don't even go out and post that. Because both sides will do it. Actually, I would argue that Team Blue is worse. But that's a different topic for a different day. We're talking about Donald Trump. Now, honestly, do I want him to win like I said last week? No. Do I want him? Do I want him to do well? Yes. I want any president to do well. Let's be honest. But there's so many unknowns right now. I just can't give you an answer. I really, really can't give you that damn answer. And I really wish I could. Just one of those ones to where, fuck, you know? Sorry, folks. I try not to eat my mouth full. But I watch this live stream probably saying, Lance, that's all gonna be doom and gloom. We don't fucking know that. Honestly. We don't fucking know that at all. You know? And I really wish I knew the answer. And you gotta have a beer with it. Oh, that was good. But, that's just one either here or there. I got a little bit more stuff to talk about. So here's what I'm going to do for you guys. I got to step away from the camera for a couple of minutes, get more food, because it's in the other room, and I will be right back. I promise. There you go, folks. I am back. I'm back. No, I'm sorry, I was being silly there. Now, for those who just joined me, this is actually shake and bake chicken with Alfredo sauce. Now, I ran out of French cut beans and rice and vermicelli. Now, we were talking about Trump right before I left. You know, like I said, I'm starting to think more and more this is a work. I really, really am. You might just end up handing this over to Pence anyway. But maybe he knows something that we don't. Now, I'm not saying that I know the answer because I don't. I fucking don't. If I knew, I'd tell you. Now it's Now, you have some ideas. Say what you want about some of them, excuse me. But the one thing he did bring up that I want to talk about, and I've talked about it here on my, if you actually watch some of my videos, I've actually talked about this in the past. And that is, of all things, infrastructure. That's right, infrastructure. Let's be real, folks. The infrastructure in this joint, in this country, absolutely sucks. We freaking know it, right? There's no question about it. It blows. It really, really do. So it's one of those ones to where there's a way of doing it. Now I'm gonna throw this out here. This is gonna make a lot of people pissed. I'm talking about from the federal side, not state side. If you look at federal highways in this country, yeah, they suck. I'm not gonna admit it. They flippin' suck, right? Don't have to tell me twice, because I know they do. But here's the thing. It's going to have to be paid for by the special federal gas tax. There's no ducking it. Right? The government's just not going to write a check. That's how it's going to be paid. Now, here's what I'm thinking. If he's actually serious about this, he's going to put it in front of Congress during his first State of the Union. Very first one. Here's what I think he's going to say. He says he's going to raise the tax, but it'll be matching funds. So, like, I'll use my state of Ohio as the example. Let's say, for the sake of argument, let's say he gives this state of Ohio, $10 billion, right? But he says, on the condition that you come up with a matching $10 billion. So it'll be $20 billion total. So I think he might go the matching funds route. It gives him a time limit. Now, I'm using an arbitrary number. I'll give it like a year, for instance. I mean, that just makes sense. I mean, the way you can do it. Now, short term, would it put a lot of people to work? Absolutely. Long term, it all depends how long, like in this state's case, Ohio, how long they take. Now, there's something like in this state, I really don't think they'll milk it out. I really don't. But in other states, I'm not so sure. But that's just me on a theory. Don't hold me to that. You know? But enough about Donald Trump. Enough about the other nonsense I saw this week. You know, there's serious talk. There's actually serious talk about, you know, remember when the West Coast come in its own country and going to Canada? I saw I want to say it was a Change.org petition. This was like Thursday. That California breaking off coming its own country. And I had to laugh at that. And the reason why I say that is, like, I had to go back into the recent past in the state of California. This is the same California that ran out of money. And the only bank who honored the check was Bank of America. I remember this because I was in Arizona at the time. And all the people I knew that lived in California, had relatives in California, was going absolutely nuts. I mean, there's a reason why a lot of people leave California. There really is. I mean, it's dumb stuff like that, and of course the taxes, things like that, is just sky high. You know. But I just found that comical. I really, really, really did. Now, any other nonsense I remember seeing this week. Oh, yes. The blame game. Now, last week I talked about this. And I'm starting to see it more and more and more. And Facebook, let's be real. The more stuff I see come from you guys, the more full of shit I know you are. You have absolutely zero interest talking about what you're talking about. Now, last week I went on a big rant about this during the live stream. I don't think you give a damn about fake news sites. I really think you don't. I think Google does. To an extent. Not Facebook. They're paying you all this money in advertising. Why pull the plug? I mean, Facebook, you're becoming more and more of a dumpster fire as far as fake news. And I've always said, don't start with the fake news. Start with the misleading news. Start there. You would clean up a lot of the nonsense on social media if just you did that. I honestly believe that. I'm getting full here, folks. So it's that. Then I saw this article from NPR. They tracked down this guy. I'm pretty sure it was NPR. They tracked down this guy who that makes fake news sites, right? Now, he was estimating, the guy they were talking to, he had estimated he's making between $10,000 and $30,000 a month. Now, I'm thinking to myself, okay. Obviously, The Onion is a satire site, so let's not even count that. I honestly believe that number. I do. Because it's too flippin' big. You know? Like, let's say you see, like, NBC.com.co. That should be the tip-off right there that something's up. You know? Especially with that and all the misleading sites. It's just brain damage, and I just gotta start questioning people's mindset, because confirmation bias is more important more than anything else, that they'll call sites like this fact. Really? You know, let's use some logic here, folks. Let's use some logic. Now, I know I'm running a little long here today, but there's one more thing I wanted to go over today. Well, a couple more things. Let me phrase that. Now, as a car guy, I'm going to say this. I can't stand Volkswagen. Never have, never will. Especially, not because I think they're bad cars. Not that. For starters, they're over-engineered. And talk to any car guy, they'll tell you the exact same thing. I'm talking deep car guy in the business. They'll tell you the exact same thing. 2. These cars, especially the higher mileage ones, are known for wiring problems. That's fact. You know, go get one from the mid-2000s with 140K on them, and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Same, them and their counterpart, their high-end counterpart Audi, same thing. And also, they're known for their diesels. And that's the topic of what I'm getting to talk about right now, you know. This is one of those things to where I didn't want to see it coming, you know, but I kind of saw it coming. And you can tell this is a tough subject for me to talk about, you know. It really, really is. And it's like, man, this is one of those ones to where I never thought I'd see today that Volkswagen, folks, is pulling out of the U.S. market. I never thought I'd see the day that I see that. But according to Reuters and Volkswagen themselves, they're going to do it. And this has to do with the whole emissions deal. Now look, Volkswagen got nailed. I'm not even going to question that. But according to the article, and I believe this, and I got some evidence to back that up, that diesels account for 25% of the business here in the States. That's a huge number. And the reason why I say got evidence is this. I have friends of mine that work at Volkswagen stores right now. People I've known for years. And they tell me the exact same thing. In their stores, diesel sales count to 60 to 70% of the business per month. They don't know they're going to have a job within a year because of this. Not because they can't sell cars, but because you take that big of a chunk of the business away. And yes, there are people out there right now that will tell you for fact all to buy is diesel Volkswagens. That'd be the only thing I would buy is a diesel Volkswagen. I mean, give me an early 80s diesel Rabbit any day of the week. But it's one of those ones to where it just... This is not going to be good for Volkswagen. It really isn't. Now, Volkswagen said they're going to have 19 to 20 cars, SUVs out. And I'm thinking to myself, you're about to go full bore into a market that you basically had no presence in. I mean, yeah, you got the Passat. You had the CC. Okay, that bombed. The Pantheon, that bombed. That was a full-size car. You know, SUVs. So you had the Touareg. Come on. I remember there was a point you couldn't give those V12s away. So it was one of those ones to where you gotta understand, and you gotta understand from where I'm coming from as a car guy, because I was in the car business for a very long time. Did I like that particular competition? Hell no. But I feel for them in this case, because this is what what they were known for in this country. You know, and check the sound again. That is what they're known for. And it's one of those ones to where it should have never came for this, but I have a theory on why. Something tells me that the government in this country told them, yes, you can continue to sell diesels in this country, but because of what happened, to pay the fine, we're gonna tax every single one of those vehicles. Let me explain. If someone sound like a continuing tax, not a progressive tax, continuing tax. Let's say, for instance, let's say that the actual cost of building a diesel Volkswagen is $20,000. Yes, I know it's more money, but hear me out on this. We, as the government, is going to charge you an extra above and beyond that costs $2,000, and you have to disclose that. And I'm not talking on a window sticker either. Not on a Maroni. I'm talking about on a build cost. Excuse me. It's like the gas guzzler tax you see on these super high performance cars. Same thing. It doesn't look good for the boys out of Wolfsburg, that's for damn sure. But you know, I've been rattling on here for a while. I want to thank you for joining me on this week's edition of Dinner and Politics. I thank you for watching, and always be careful. And remember, because I'll be back next week, hopefully, Peter to ring.